Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's Amy Nicholas, and today I wanted to share with you one stock footage clip that I shot that was pretty much like my favorite shot I've ever gotten, and why I believe it has sold because it did, and I was very excited about that. First things first, though, if you are looking to get into doing stock video footage as a passive income source, or you want to go hog wild, go all in, you might want to check out. I have a free download in the description. It's the 5-step easy checklist to shooting stock video footage, and just kind of a quick run through on those steps, and it's a very quick read, so you can get going right away, start putting up your video clips and start making some moolah. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you guys the clip that is my favorite that has sold. So, great blue heron eating a fish. Okay, I actually had just gotten my first DSLR camera, and it was the Canon T5i. I actually still have it. My husband uses it now for photography, but yeah, I just gotten this back in 2013, I believe it was, when I was really active doing stock video footage, and I was taking it everywhere, the camera with me, and my husband wanted to stop and fish at this certain spot, and it was kind of like on the way to the beaches on the Gulf Coast of Florida. And I saw this like bridge, and I was like, oh, maybe something's over there. And then I seen the heron, and I was like, oh, cool, And I just saw this perfect shot, like in my mind, as I'm walking over there, and there's the bridge, and the heron's like under the bridge. And next thing you know, I'm like getting my stuff set up, getting my little tripod and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he caught a fish. So I like zoomed in, and there was just like the perfect timing of certain things. One, I was there to capture the shot. Two, the heron was doing something interesting and not just like, here's a heron, I'm like, that's cool and all, but I don't know how many heron videos are on Pond 5 where I upload my footage, but I thought it was much more unique. So that added value to my clip. And the fact that I could zoom in clearly because it was bright sunny out. I don't remember exact time of day, but the lighting was just perfect because he was under the bridge, as you can see, and around it was bright and sunny on the grass. So there was like this contrast. I'm like, oh, that looks just like a cool, silhouette kind of thing. And so I remember just thinking all that stuff as I'm getting the shot, and I was like, please, God, let this be in focus. That was like my last thing, was just let it be in focus of getting the bird, grabbing the fish. And then you got like the nice water in the background and everything. And I was just like, man, that is a beautiful shot. Like, that was really what I was thinking about. And I was like, it would be cool if it sold someday. That would be awesome, because to me, it was one of the best shots I'd ever gotten at that point. A lot of my stuff when I started out, I look back and it's like, shooting from too far away, and there's not really much of interest in the landscape shot, or my coloring was off. I didn't color grade properly, didn't have the right settings on the camera. Maybe it was too dark. A lot of my footage was just like too dark, couldn't see very well, or the opposite of being too exposed, like overexposed, and there was just like blown out white skies and stuff like that. So all these things came together for me in my head, and this is why I believe that it sold, was what I just explained to you about the uniqueness, the lighting, the composition of the shot, where I intentionally like got some of the I don't know what they're called. There's like concrete pillars under this bridge, and that's what you're seeing at the top of the shot here. So all those factors together, to me, just made a beautiful shot. Honestly, I didn't care, if I was going to actually sell this clip, but I thought it would be cool if I did, So I think all of that kind of plays into a factor of like, just go out and do this if you enjoy shooting video, and have fun with it. Look for interesting things. Look for things that could give value to somebody. Like if somebody was shooting a movie, okay, and they were like, we have to have this shot of this bird eating a fish, and it has to be a heron. It has to be a great blue heron, So like, finding things that would be difficult for somebody, say, living in another state, in another country. Maybe they're not near anything tropical, they're certainly not near these kind of birds, whatever it might be. But you have to kind of think like that when you're out in the field and shooting footage, or maybe you're doing interior shots, or you're using people in your shots, whatever it might be. This is what you have to be thinking about in order to actually make sales from this. So, give me feedback. What do you guys think of this shot? Do you like, the composition and everything? To me, like I said, it's just one of my much better footage that I've shot. A lot of stuff in the beginning, especially, it's like shaky footage. I wasn't using a tripod. I didn't color grade, like I mentioned. And color grading, by the way, really with stock footage, it's not a lot of complicated stuff that you have to do. I think on this clip, when I edited the in and out points of the clip and I trimmed it and I took the audio out, I think I just brought up the saturation just a tiny bit because the shot was like at just good daylight, right? And then I did just a little bit of contrast, and that was it. Like, I didn't do any fancy coloring or anything like that. I was at the time, I think, I don't know that I was using Adobe Premiere Pro yet. I might have been using, I guess it's called Coral Video Studio, something like that, like some cheapy program. So again, like nothing fancy. I just think all those elements that I explained came together to make this my favorite shot and made a sale. I think I've only sold it once. I have to go back and double check. It's possible I also sold it not only on Palm 5, but Shutterstock. I have since closed my account over there, but I started to look through some of the stuff that I did sell on Shutterstock just to be like, oh, here's some ideas for myself. Because some things sold on one website and not on another, and vice versa. But Shutterstock's payout is just so ridiculously low. Them paying me 25 cents for footage that I got during like a hurricane, during like, traveling and spending money on all that stuff, exclusive shots behind the scenes of certain things. I was like, no way. Like, I'm not going to let my creative stuff just be tossed to the wind like that. So that's why I decided to go exclusive with Palm 5. You can set your prices. I can't remember exactly what I had this priced at when I first uploaded it. Probably like somewhere between $69 and $89. But this was like 10 years ago almost. So I've since increased prices on my clips. And also I look at it as, okay, did the value go up over time? Is it hard to get these kinds of shots? Is there something that makes this shot worth more than, other things? And also just like the cost of doing business. Okay, I've got cameras, I've got gear, I've got, tripods and all this sort of stuff. Editing software, you have to factor in all this stuff when you go to price. And also the economy, like across the board, if you notice, has gone up like 30%. Okay. So you used to go to the store and buy, whatever, like eggs for $3.99, and now you're paying like $5.99, right? So just looking at grocery, gas, everything else in the economy, your chance to capitalize on this and make your money is by pricing accordingly. Okay. So again, it's one of those shots, like I don't expect to sell it like all the time. It's just not that in demand, but it's unique. Okay. So hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the footage? And are you starting to do shooting stock footage? What other content would you like to see? Would you like me to show you how I edit? How to, go through your clips and decide, is this crap? Is this good? Should I upload it? Should I not? Or maybe you just need ideas, like what do I shoot? Maybe the technical stuff, like how to use a tripod, although to me, it's not super technical, but I know if you've never used one before, you might be like, yeah, how am I supposed to use this? Because that was me in the beginning, I was just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I was interested in video, but I never really took it like on a professional level until I got into doing stock footage, because that was when I was like, oh, I can make money from this. Like, amazing, right? So yeah, let me know your thoughts below. Grab your 5-step easy checklist to shooting stock video footage down below as well in the description. If you haven't grabbed that, it's totally free. And I will see you on the next one. Take care.